Aganafo, amisi. Ayabu dada ye trebo nyalo. Awo, yabru. Aya baby. I like the way you say body. I'm sorry. You know, I was in Keta 2 weekends ago. Hello, Keta. Now, before departing, a man well decorated by years of excessive alcohol intake approached. His aim? You guessed. Beg for money. I was sure he wasn't going to part with a peso of mine. But this guy, my word, I loved him. I couldn't help but love him. I asked him how the economy is treating him and his relationship with his beloved Atukpa bottle. He told me something that blew my mind. He said, Jidudu is government. The Jidudu has destroyed the economy. Gakare, no matter how difficult things get, even if they decide to sell 1 tot of patashi on a teaspoon for 5 Ghana cedi, I know the God I serve, Mahu Sobodisa, he will definitely give me my daily thoughts. Now, guys, that's food for thought. Welcome to the show. This is Backpage on City TV. My name is Caleb Kuda. To be very sincere with you, I feel Ghana is behaving like the booze man I met at Keta. I don't know if I would be able to explain this feeling well, but how has your week been? What's going on here? Well, no, I'm not saying our MPs are behaving like the boozman and his classmates. Honestly, no. Neither am I saying that the finance minister and the Akufo-Addo government is addicted to the contents of Anatukpa, which content will gradually lead them to an early unmarked grave with someone else's name, perhaps. Far from that. That's not what I'm saying. Never.
We shall not compromise on President Akufo-Addo's commitment to giving all our children the opportunity to be educated from kindergarten to university, without the ability to pay being a hindrance. Free and tier education are not under review. We'll continue to fund them, we'll continue to improve them, we'll continue to create efficiency. Mr. Speaker, and eliminate waste.
So, according to health professionals, calm down. Excessive intake of alcohol can lead to high blood pressure, heart diseases, liver disease, cancer of the breast. No formu kokram. Yeah, cancer of the breast. Yeah, no formu what? Kokram. Very good. Excessive alcohol intake can also cause stroke. That is why when my boozman friend asked me for some CDs, I didn't give in. Let's just say he mismanaged his income and ran to me. Maybe I was the IMF. Now, even though he agrees that times are really tough, he insists that his God is never going to fail him in the provision of what he considers a lifesaver, even though that life-saving addiction is what may eventually destroy him. Do you follow?
My personal view has always been that even though the cathedral will be very much a national institution, the cost should be largely borne by the Christian community, with the state providing the land and initial funding to get the project off the ground.
Oh, no, guys, no, that was a wrong cue. I'm not talking about Akufo-Addo. You all should be calming down. Calm down. Now let me put a smile on your face with this guy.
Look at what he's going to do.
But the water we are told is to reduce the drought that you are complaining about.
Even it's wasting it. It will waste it, the issue here. If you let it finish, after everything, you see that, watch out, you get wet. You see what they're doing. Even it's like this, but later, the drought will wake up again because of the cars are passing plenty.
I love this guy. So let's continue, right? That was an interlude. You see, for many chronic boozmen, before they become proper boozmen, their wives, their well-wishers, opinion leaders, and people who love them caution them actually.
Almost every scripture that makes reference to God at the center of national leadership is not talking about a national edifice. So I think that is not correct to say that we are going to build a cathedral to place God at the center of nation building. No. You place God at the center of nation building by ensuring that justice is done and dispensed quickly, by ensuring that truth stands, that truth prevails in the country. And the fact that no nation was totally economically prosperous to build a national cathedral does not mean that in the time that we are in, it should be a priority. If churches have money, they should not contribute it to build a cathedral now. They should help feed the schools. Do you understand? If churches have money now, they should use the money to contribute to feed some of the schools who are eating galiba or eating tea without bread. That's how I see it.
As for the president's credibility in terms of anti-corruption, I'm afraid to say it's in tatters. It's been in tatters for a while, but this puts a nail in the coffin.
Tichubari, a man who doesn't listen to his wife will forever live in regret. But you see, there are advantages of being a booze man, honestly. For a couple of seconds, you forget your rent has elapsed, and you think you have a roof over your head. You talk like you're on top of the world, even though in reality, you may be at the best part of hell.
We aim to reduce inflation to the post-pandemic levels, keep the national debt at sustainable levels, create jobs and fund public infrastructure projects, particularly roads and schools. Mr. Chairman, as reiterated by the Finance Minister, Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta, in the mid-year budget review, President Akufo-Addo is determined to revive the economy in the next 2.5 years.
We are not going to the IMF. Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are dire. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you.
And in your mind, life is tasty. Like, are you going to go? But that's it. Check the life of many booze men. They are heavily indebted poor people. It's not that they don't have potential. They were just unable to put their appetite under control. So listen to this. The booze man was earning some good wages, but it got to a point he was so addicted that he overborrowed. And that meant that all his salary was going straight to service his debt accrued while procuring what? What is alcohol? It got to a point that he had to borrow money to pay for borrowed money he squandered on booze. Hello? Are you confused?
Ghana is broke.
Ghana is broke.
Ghana, we are broke. I mean, I'm sounding like a broken record. Ghana is broke. If you spend over that 90 nearly 100% of your income on 3-line items, you're broke. And of course, when you're broke, what do? You either increase income, you cut expenditure, or you do both. Increase income, cut expenditure, do both. But I don't think the government is serious about collecting more money, Because I, Ken Thompson, just not long ago, I said, property tax, I will pay. If you come to my house, I'll cut you a check. But when did I do my presentation? February.
Yes.
Or February, yes, sometime. Nobody has come to my house. Ghana is broke. Let's face the reality. Ghana is broke. Let's face up to the reality. Ghana is broke. Let's face up to the reality and deal with it.
You see, this week on Kasano, everything is confusing. But if you are still very confused, then you are not alone. Alternatively, he who feels it knows it better. Intina, if you do no was smaju.
Petro.
Petro na kwasi ntoko vie.
Petro na kwasi ntoko ane.
Na Petro de fa fie ho be.
Ko dwom kra po hu ano. Ko dwom hu ano.
O se me sije ni timentino ma biase cheche me ase na me.
Timentino ma biase ene ko ware, o ware obehu se na ekoso.
A guy finished me. In fact, let me confess, this guy, he finished me. No, he destroyed me, pata. But you see, sometimes it's not easy.
In terms of net international reserves, the country closed December 2021 with $6.08 billion. This position declined to $3.58 billion at the close of June 2022. Mr. Speaker, the error is regretted, and I request the clerk at table to ensure that all the records are accordingly corrected.
Since this Parliament, Mr. Speaker, we've not had the opportunity to report to your House the foreign exchange reserves and the foreign exchange position of this country. It is the central bank's responsibility to be submitting report to us and for us to be able to look at it and probably report to you, say. Mr. Speaker, I cannot just accept the minister's statement, my chairman's statement, indicating that it is an error, so we should just accept it.
Indeed. Wise men once said, tough times produce fine philosophers. After their actions and inactions, humble them. Is it what I love about my boozman friend I met at Keta is that he says no matter how hard things get, even if a tot is served on teaspoon for 5 Ghana cedis, his God will give him his daily thoughts. That's why I love it that in the multitude of wise counsel, a servant of God, a child of God, has decided not to listen to naysayers, but show his God. How deep is your love?
My personal view has always been that even though the cathedral will be very much a national institution, the cost should be largely borne by the Christian community, with the state providing the land and initial funding to get the project off the ground.
These are sacred moments. Now, this is what a powerful man of God I know calls reckless faith. Let's go for a break. Welcome from that break, my friends. This is Backpage, your new satirical show on City TV. My name is Caleb Kuda. Now, talking about satire, there are about 3 types of satire. There's the Horatian satire, there's the Juvenalian satire, and then there's the Minipian satire. I think today I'm putting all 3 together, even though I'm being a bit heavy towards the Juvenalian satire. You will bear with me. Now, something beats my mind. Something what beats my mind? The whole country came together to pay him tributes. He was a sheep amongst bloodthirsty wolves, they said. He was the rose of a Akufo-Addo in a tawny nation, they said. Many years after the death of a man known and loved for his asumdwe-loving, Nkabom-promoting personality, the nation has been watching a horror movie of how our political actors have ever so divisively and bitterly sought to honor the memory of a man they themselves refer to as a sweet soul.
Prior to the celebration, there have been divisions where families of the late president have alleged that his body has been tampered with. Speaking during the commissioning, President Akufo-Addo says the public should reject such claims, indicating that the legacy of the former president will not be forgotten.
There have also been unfortunate accusations leveled by some against government about the supposed desecration of the tomb of the late president in the process of rehabilitating the park. Nothing could be further from the truth, and it is good to note that these false, malicious statements have been firmly dispelled and debunked.
You see, I'm trying to imagine how the late Prof will be feeling in his grave, seeing how the nation he left behind is in a dog's fight for what I don't know exactly. But usually, the names of the dead is what I see on tombs and graves. Koku. Oh man, Koku. Lord, please show me every day as you teach me your way. In his time. Powerful rendition. Koku has the mic.
Lord, please show me every day as you're teaching me your ways, that you do just what you say in your time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice one there, Koku. But someone says we have stolen so much. Even the spot of a dead man's name, Kura, we have stolen. I don't know if we are trying to steal it or we have stolen it already. But me, I disagree with them. We have renovated the place. We have made it deserving. We have done what his own so-called party people couldn't do. And that's all that matters. Just that his family people didn't come there. They didn't come some. But that one, it's not our fault. You can't blame us. We were busy thinking about how to raise money for the cathedral because, Charlie, but you see, when I saw the letter printed on a blue paper, quite frankly, I thought it was coming from the presidency. You know, I missed those sorts of long responses they delivered to Martin Amidu those days. He said they were mother serpent of corruption. You remember those? Yeah. Only for me to see that it was yet another love letter from Dr. George Akufo-Addo, this time to a different somebody. So this one that the presidency hasn't said anything so far. No. I mean, at the time I'm here with you, I've not seen anything from the presidency challenging it or anything like that. Does it mean that the presidency accepts the survey's results or report that says that when it comes to corruption in Ghana, only Ghana police beats the presidency for the first place?
The survey, which was conducted between December 2021 and January 2022, targeted over 15,000 adult population who are aged over 18 years across the country. In all, 23 public institutions were taken into focus, with the Ghana Police Service ranked number 1 with over 53% rate. The Ghana Immigration Service Office followed on the rankings with over 37% rate of bribe-related cases, and the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority followed closely with 34%.
Well, you see, when you place second in class, typically your parents, if they're African, will cook egg for you, right, Jude? And then they will promise you that when you place first the next time, they will cook a full chicken for you. So maybe we are aiming for the best. No, in the meantime, congratulations. I shouldn't be laughing. So far, it's only Ghana Police that is saying that they are tired of being first in the corruption end of year exams all the time. Otherwise, Office of the President, MPs, judges, magistrates, Electoral Commission. These are the big six in corruption in Ghana, and then those who have also lost the people's trust here and there. Congratulations to the award winners. Victory looks good on you all. Is that not what Jerry Ajololo has been saying? And I'm told the president's performance has dropped to 30. No. You what's your name? Yeah. You need to say something. This is not good. Anyway, I'm hearing rumors that my own Atajwa is back. Tell me this is true. Because I've been waiting for the one who never came. Apparently, Sana, God was setting a table before her, right? In a private jet before all of you, her enemies. At the time we are begging for money from IMF, Cathedral was cruising in the air, private jet, about war. But I'm sure she was singing, if you no get money, anything you take be funny. They are taking your babes away. And the other one. And when I land softly for the sofa floor. Cathedral has landed. So far, so good. Harmonica cho, let me see the bo bo bo. Let me see the bo bo bo. Bugai.
Onyame, oyene niyama ni mremu. Egu di eswo de bema ya botre. En kami Nyankopon da. Ni oye bia wonim ni oye. You shall be the head and not the tail. Ubeye itire na wonye nan. Obehwe wo so hu ma sem obi be bisa se na die kwa na ekoso ereya na branch ya brabo. Obi antimi nhyira sie. Yisa safu erade.